Hello and welcome to the Space Between Ideas. I'm Blaine Gates. It is now day 60, 60 days in a row. Whew. And today's a close one, honestly speaking. 60 days. I mean, on the one side, it's like obviously I'm going to get this done. But then there's the other side where it's like, am I going to get this done? Obviously, I'm getting it done. So, and I don't know, and that's an interesting question. So, as I have been studying these checklists for about 6 years, there have been many times when I have been working to develop various types of projects based on these checklists, and sometimes I found that I lacked motivation, and it was interesting because it's like, why? Like, why do I have a lack of motivation? You could almost look at these checklists as if they are kind of like the plumbing or like the engineering within a within an engine. The same engines which are being phased out in our world. It's gonna be interesting, by 20 years from now, to see how many gas powered engines there are. And the thing is, like, it doesn't matter. Like, you can have the engine, you can have the wheels, you can have the chassis, you can have everything, you can have the body, you can have the everything. But like, you have to turn the ignition on, you have to put the vehicle into drive, you have to release the brake, you have to push the gas. There's some very specific things that you have to do in order for that car to move. Even though some of the checklists in the book Create Crucial Insight give you the framework for how to manage a whole bunch of and varying different types of information. I just felt like, well, where's like, how do I get myself to push myself to do this? And like, yeah, so it's been my mission to help people to overcome some emotional, intellectual, and organizational hurdles to help them to get better results. And organizational. So all these checklists, they help you to organize your thoughts. If you go back to the Endeavor elements, you have you have the idea of shaping potential. You have the idea of forming an agenda, using that potential, using those resources, using those relationships, putting them all together. You know, and then there's this idea of motivation, to excite motivation. And of course, that's what we're talking about. So we're talking about the state drive checklist right now. And we're also talking about the types of motivation which surround the idea of shaping potential. Where did I put the book? Okay. So now yesterday we talked about the idea of enhancing or maintaining wellness. And okay, so if you're running a business where you are like specifically doing something to help people maintain health, maybe you're putting oil, changing oil in people's cars. Maybe you are providing some type of fitness program or supplements or some type of product or service that help people to maintain or enhance their health. Maybe you are providing financial services to help people to maintain or enhance their financial well-being. It's like you're in a profession where it's your job to increase the wellness. Like, maybe you're a nurse, maybe you're a doctor, maybe you're a psychiatrist, maybe you are a social worker, maybe you are what. So like, there's all these different professions where people, either they are motivated um, by this desire to enhance other people's wellness or maintain wellness of people or themselves, or maybe they do something else, but they believe that by doing that other thing, they will be able to maintain or enhance their own well being. So you have direct motivation. That's when we find a line. We go to the checklist in the book Create Crucial Insight, and we find the line. So next to shape potential, the bottom line is enhance or maintain wellness. The next line is attain certification or recognition. So some people they do things because they want to get certified, right? So it's like, yeah, I've been working toward this process. I've been working towards, and you might actually so I mean, I also post these videos on LinkedIn. So if you're watching this on LinkedIn, this is I'm not trying to punch you in the cheek, but look at your name on LinkedIn. Are there any letters next to your name? And so, like, people who have letters next to their names, these are people who have the desire for other people to know that I have attained this certification. I desire recognition for the effort that I put into that project, and I want to give you a signal that I have the capability to provide certain types of products or services. Some people, they want recognition in the media. Some people, they want recognition in their community. And if you give them that recognition, they will be very motivated to do certain types of tasks. All right, so now think about it from, like, what does it mean to shape potential? Okay, so if I know that I can get certified and I'm really motivated to get certification or recognition, these are things that I want. These are like fundamental desires. It means that I'm motivated to shape my potential. I do things because I want to shape my potential. I want to work on a project where I can develop and grow and achieve that certification. Or I want to do this type of work, this type of program. I want to serve the community. I want to do something where I can achieve that type of recognition. That's my fundamental desire. Now, if you know that somebody is motivated by these things, then, like, if you can figure that out in your own organization, that you have this guy who's really into, like, certification, and then you figure out a way for the project that he's working on to dovetail into some type of certification program, then he will be more motivated to do those things. If you have a guy in your work guy or gal, that is motivated to maintain or enhance their wellness, then probably they are spending resources to do that. And if you're able to offer them some type of bonus or benefit that's related to maintaining or enhancing their wellness, then you could very well get more energy out of them to work on your on the thing that they're supposed to be doing. So as you can see, this idea of shaping potential, people want to shape potential. Well, some people, not everybody, but some people they're really engaged in thinking of ideas and in order to get on the path to developing potential. So if you can tap into these fundamental desires, then you can really excite that motivation in order for them to shape potential and help them move from recollecting to striving. This has been another episode of Space Between Ideas. I'm Blaine Gates.